What's the deal, y'all? This your man King here, the Media Assassin, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button for me. See, when you're looking at this battle here between T.I. and 50, you gotta think of one thing that plays a role in who's gonna win or be the victor. That being social media. Social media can kill you faster than a bullet. All it takes is a narrative to get put out there, and any narrative out there goes unchallenged for too long, becomes the truth in the eyes of the beholder. So, to 50's credit, he was the first troll. Like, going back to how to rob, he knows how to get people reaction, right or wrong, negative or positive. He was one of the few to really embrace technology. That's why this is 50.com became a juggernaut. 50 was actually ahead of the curve when it comes to seeing how technology move. He knows what people want to see. He knows what the algorithm want to see. So what he does is this: he knows how to manipulate it. For example, he posts crazy shit about people, then he deletes it like 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. And see, he knows that the average person is stupid. The average person is uninformed, and they won't do any research. So what they're gonna do is that he throws anything out there and people eat it up. What messing up a lot of these street guys is that they still don't understand it. Y'all trying to get on it, but you don't understand it. That's why guys like Academics, Whack 100, Charleston White admire him, because he's their online blueprint, and he found ways to make money off of it and monetize of it. And see, one thing that 50 does that a lot of celebrities don't do, he gives the scavengers bones. He actually interacts with the people in a way. He'll, like, for example, there was one guy, he was a content creator. I think 50 reposted him on his page and it blew his page up. I forgot the guy's name, but he was talking shit about Papoose and all these other guys. He was like, yo, 50, let me get at him. And 50 reposted him and it gave his page a look. Same with Diverse Mentality. 50 chimed in, gave his page a look. See, you gotta involve yourself with the hyenas in a way. But see, that's what messed up a lot of these big timers up. See, Diddy don't interact with niggas on the internet. Diddy don't interact with the people like that. So it was easier to take him down. Same thing with R. Kelly. These guys don't when they just take him down because they don't interact with the people like that. They just post their music and let it do what it do. They just post their pictures, post their videos. 50 interacts. That's why a lot of people blindly defend him, because they're thinking he's gonna throw him a steak. Like, I see the game. Why you think a lot of these people going for bat for 50? Because 50, if 50 gonna throw a nigga a bone. Jay-Z ain't gonna do it. Jay-Z rarely online. If he is. If he's not, he's sending people to Snoop. But see, the only way you can beat a nigga like that is you gotta beat him in his own game, and that's due to algorithm. And to T.I.'s credit, that's what he got his son doing. His son in a Fraggle Rock, rich as hell, stay in a gated community. You know what I'm saying? He stay in a gated community. He ain't gonna do nothing. He's rich. He gonna be on the internet all day. So let him do that. T.I., you get in the booth, you handle your business, and you put out the best music going forward. And he's taking advantage of that. His sons is taking advantage of that, which is smart. It's really smart. Now, people are anticipating 50 gonna respond by either a documentary. I'm like, nobody cares about that shit. We want to hear music. And see, T.I., the way he's moving, you're not going to do a documentary on him. Especially when you have accusations yourself. Your son put out, T.I.'s son done put out there. So, he wouldn't be making the moves he's making if he had a lot of skeletons in his closet. You can have accusations, but that don't mean you have proof. And a lot of those accusations that T.I. and Tiny had, to their credit, they done pretty much defeated or got dismissed in court. So, putting a documentary out on T.I. because T.I. is not Diddy. People don't even like Diddy from the get-go. T.I. is more of a likable guy. And he has the South behind him. So, you're not going to be able to put smut on his jacket like you did Puff. You know? So, that's the only way you can get to this nigga is through the internet right now. And see, if T.I. is smart, you got to feed the niggas bones, man. Like anybody that's doing a crazy skit on 50, post it up on your page. Follow that nigga. So that way you could be like you engaging with the audience. See, a lot of you Hollywood dudes trying to beef with 50, but you can't, but you're going to lose because 50, he even gave 1090 Jake a look. He's giving the leeches, the lice a look. Tip, you got to give people a look. And see, another thing too, then you got Rick Ross clicking up with him, Benzino clicking up with him. Rick Ross, to his credit, understands it. Benzino and Jim Jones don't because they come from a different era. They come from an era of where you had to get down, especially Benzino per se. Like you had to fight, you had to shoot it out. All this goofy stuff on the internet is not really his pedigree to a degree. And Jim Jones, he's trying to still be tough on the internet, but that's not going to really work. And see, the way 50 can manipulate it is he can delete that shit and have you scrambling for the facts. Like a lot of info that what T.I. should have done, he should have pretty much had as receipts. Because this generation only understands receipts. Like, if you had a conversation with 50, you should have had it documented. This is the way this generation moves. Like, 50 could easily play you to the left. It's his word versus your word. And you don't have no proof of this conversation taking place. Other than timestamp. Now, you may be telling the truth. But at the end of the day, people don't want to hear the truth unless it's from what they want to believe. That's the word that that's the world we living in, man. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button, please.